guys, it's Taku. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. And also, welcome back to the second film review of the summer. Today, I've got the 2003 license rescue from Gkids themselves. This is Tokyo Godfathers by Satoshi Kon. Now, I love Satoshi Kon works. I think I said it in the previous video that I want to review all of his works eventually on this YouTube platform. I've got a lot of them covered in my blog, but I realize I haven't talked a whole lot about film on YouTube, and that's the point of this summer at the movies sort of experience, where I'm coming here weekly to give you guys film reviews, recommendations, and just my overall thoughts on a lot of anime Blu-ray films out there, and hopefully inspire you to maybe watch some, check something out, explore your comfort zone. And yeah. But yes, the second film that I'm going to talk about is Satoshi Kon's Tokyo Godfathers. This again was license rescued by Gkids, so thank you so much to the company that continues to give us the greatest films on the planet. Tokyo Godfathers follows three homeless individuals, Hana, Gin, and Miyuki, as they find a baby, kind of away in the manger, in the trash can actually, on Christmas Eve. And it is their adventure through the night, running through Tokyo, their mishaps, their misfortunes, as they try to find this baby's mother and reunite it with its family. The film covers a lot of heartwarming and heartfelt thoughts, as well as some pretty harrowing experiences for our three characters. I really love all three of them, and in fact, let's just go ahead and start with characters. So the first character that I want to talk about is Hana, because Hana's a queen, Hana's a legend. I don't know how much more I need to say. This film came out in 2003. But in case you didn't know, Hana is an ex-drag queen, still wears the makeup, still loves the look, and still honestly serving with that yellow shawl. I'm so in love with her. But Hana is the motherly one of the three. Then you have Gen, who is sort of an ex-gambler type character. I don't want to give away his backstory. He's a grumpy old man for sure, and an alcoholic to boot. And then we also have Miyuki, who is a runaway from her family. She was not thrown out onto the streets. She did run away from her home. And the great part about this movie is that as they are navigating through this busy night, this busy winter season in Tokyo, they all come to face their paths, or their pasts, I mean, but that sends them on their own paths to, you know, how they want to live now, how they've been living, and where they will go from here on. But I think the best part is that they explore it together, because the dynamic between these three is just gold. It's so great and it's so wonderful. They all share such wonderful and witty humor and dialogue with each other. They're also quick and whippy. We can talk about visuals for a bit, but there's honestly not much to say. It is Satoshi Kon's movie on... Satoshi Kon movie. I don't know how else to convey it to you. It's got the magical realism that we've come to know and love. It's got the dynamic character expressions that are just as lively as a Disney cartoon, if not more. And then it's also just got the overall magical direction that the series takes. It runs very seamlessly, very smoothly, and when it does take you on a different sort of path that's abrupt or changes, it is done so in a way that is quirky, in a way that is inventive, in a way that is, you know, honestly very genius for this film. It's just... all of his films convey this sort of magical spirit of film within them, and I think that's just great. Of course, Satoshi Kon's also got some exotic music lined up from the same composer who brought us all of his other films. I mean, these guys are like a match made in heaven, and the soundtrack, of course, is also as great as the rest of the movie. And I think that pretty much just leaves us now with just talking about the story. Oh, wait, no. I do have one more thing I wanted to say. Yes, that is that Gkids dubbed Tokyo Godfathers. They dubbed it. They didn't just license it and put it on this big fancy Blu-ray. They actually dubbed it. And the dub is so wonderful. I actually just watched the dub for the first time the other day with my siblings. I was saving it for a rainy day because I knew that it was going to deliver and serve on every account. And it sure did. I think the standout performances were obviously from the main three. Victoria Grace does a wonderful Miyuki here. And Shakina does a great, just perfect Hana. I mean, that is what happens when you cast a character in the queer community as a queer icon in anime. It works out really well. It conveys the story the way it should. Nothing feels, hammed up excessively. It just feels like everything clicks in so nicely with this dub. And I really love it. I'm going to be listening to this in the dub probably for years to come. Maybe only going back to the sub if I wanted to show someone the original, or just re-experience the magic all over again. But now we can talk about the story, and it is a Christmas movie, essentially. You would watch this on the holidays. Of course, I just watched it, at the start of the summer. On point as ever, I know. But the fun part about Tokyo Godfathers is just watching the wacky situations that these three homeless individuals happen upon. I mean, there's a mafia war, there are multiple thefts, there's a car chase, there's saving someone from jumping off a building. There's so many great theatrical events in this series, and each one is bigger than the next and more severe, to the point where you're just like, well, geez, these guys are heroes even though they say they're not. And of course, the movie continues to be funny and full of great pathos for just everyone to enjoy, especially if you're watching this as a holiday movie. You can appreciate your family sitting around you and, you know, the warmth and care, just knowing that someone here, if not the three on screen, are watching out for you. Watching this movie during the holidays, like I did a long time ago, this was like my Christmas event of the year. So do not turn down an anime movie if you want to celebrate. Tokyo Godfathers is a classic. Anime fans have been watching it for years, and honestly, you should pick up this Blu-ray because you will not regret it. I could talk endlessly about Tokyo Godfathers, but I've already written a post or even two, so I will link those down below if you're wanting to know more of my thoughts on maybe the direction or some of the more thematic elements that pull this thing together, or some of the character spotlights. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you've got any thoughts on Tokyo Godfathers, let me know down in the comments. And of course, I will see you next week with a new movie highlight video. I still don't know what I want to call this series, but Summer at the Movies will continue next week. So I will see you then, and till next time.